Hello everyone, this video is going to be much different from all the other videos. Basically, in this video, I'll show you how to record your videos, edit your videos, make thumbnails, and the best settings to choose. But before that, consider subscribing because this video took me a lot of time to make. And if you do subscribe, it would make my day. But before all of that, you will need to download all of Show's apps as they are the best ones out there. So go ahead and quickly download Show's apps. First of all, I'd like you to slide to your notification bar and then find an inbuilt screen recorder. If you don't have it, that means your phone is outdated and you need to get a new phone. After you find that icon, hold your finger on it. It should transfer you to this page with a setting badge. You will need to click on it and then you will be met with a bunch of settings. I will explain you what each of one of them mean and the best settings to choose. This setting is the same for every single phone and it's called resolution. You will need to choose 1280 divided by 720 as any other resolution is truly unnecessary. Mbps transfers into megabits per second. What this setting means, the more megabits per second you get, the better video quality is gonna be. And the lower megabits per second you will choose, the crappier video quality is gonna be. So I'd recommend to choose the highest megabits per second you got for the best quality. Also, the higher megabits per second you choose, the more storage is gonna take. For example, you choose 50 megabits per second, the video file will be 2 gigabytes. And if you choose 100 megabits per second, the video will be 4 gigabytes. So if your phone isn't that good, I recommend choosing 32 megabits per second. But if your phone is all new, choose the highest megabits per second you could. Orientation. There isn't much to orientation, just pick auto, as portrait or landscape is not that useful for a game recording channel. Sound source is one of the most important things if you want to become a good YouTuber, because if there is no game sounds, it's likely you will become big on YouTube. There's 3 types of sound sources: mute, which will not record any sounds, mic, which will record your microphone, and system sounds, which will only record your system sounds. Every Blockman Go YouTuber uses system sounds, as game sounds are very important, so I'd recommend choosing system sound. Fixed frame rates. Always have this turned on, because if it's not gonna be turned on, your game sounds are gonna be delayed, and with that, the video automatically becomes bad. FPS, which transfers into frames per second. FPS means how many frames per second are recorded, so the more frames per second you choose, the better your video looks. You always want to have highest frames per second you could. So if you have 60, choose 60. And there are 4 last things which we haven't covered. They aren't really important, so you can have them all turned off, but if you wanna have these touches on, just turn on touch gesture. For this part, you will need to open your settings and find display. After that, click on it and scroll down till you find refresh rate. Click on it, and if you can change your refresh rate to 120, do it. Let me explain what it does. If you only have 60 Hz, your game will refresh 60 times per second, and if you have 120 Hz, your game will refresh 120 times per second. After you do that, go into settings once again and in the search bar type Game Turbo. After you find it, click on it, then you're met with 4 different options and you want to click on Game Turbo. After that, you're met with the Oblivion display. You click on the plus icon and find Blockman Go. After that, you go back to the Oblivion display and slide to Blockman Go. Then press the setting badge, slide to bottom and press additional settings, Blockman Go, and decrease it to small. So now you will have easier access to the buttons and won't have any problems while touching your screen. And after you do that, increase buff up shows to max so all of your taps would register, and we are done here. Now the moment most of you were waiting for, editing. I'm not a big fan of editing, so the editing part might confuse a lot of you, because the way I edit is very confusing. We start by opening KineMaster and we go straight to settings, scroll down and press advanced and experimental settings. And you want to enable saving with up to 60 frames per second. After that, you create a new project. You want to take whatever you want to edit. After that, we have a 27-minute long video, and I'll show you how I edited it. Firstly, I want to show you how to get the text I use. You will need to type a random word, then press on AA, go in the shop, sans serif, and scroll down till you find Poppins. You download it, and now you have the text I used for my intros, so we can go to the editing part. As you can see, there's a black line on the side, so we want to get rid of it by doing this. Also, don't forget to fix it. And now the most important part, you always want to keep the most intense moments. You don't really want to show how you buy items or get killed. People came to your video to be entertained, so I would recommend editing your deaths out, as it's very boring looking at someone dying. Let's talk about editing now. First of all, it's the cut sense. Whenever I go into another sense, I use this sound effect. Then I choose fourth sound, I perfectly aim it at the plus icon, and then cut off the other sound effects. And now we have the iconic transition sound. Now, another sound I got is this, and I use it every time I transition into another game. And that's basically all for the editing part. Now I can show you how I do the intro part.
First thing I do for the intro is I write a script. So if you do any intros, I recommend writing a script because it makes your life much easier. And myself, I use Discord as a platform for script writing. The intro. First, you want to press on media, image assets, and use whatever background you want. I personally use white background. After you choose your background, you want to extend it. Then add a text and extend it too. Now we press on it and change its font to Poppin's extra bold italic. Then you want to add strokes, a shadow, and glow. Don't forget to change the glow to black. After that, you change in animation to pop and change how fast it comes. So you want to put it on 3 bars. And now we just read our script. This might take a few tries because I usually fail it a lot. So after we get the perfect one, we just subtitle it. And now we are ready to export. First things first, you always want to have your bitrate set to highest. Have 60 FPS and at least 720p.
For myself, I really hate making thumbnails. It's my least favorite thing to do, but when I do make thumbnails, I become extremely stubborn and work on it for 1 or 2 hours to make one thumbnail. And I'm gonna show you how to make thumbnails just like me. First, I want to point out you don't need many people to make a good looking thumbnail. 1 friend is enough. While I was making this thumbnail, I used my second phone to do everything. As you can see, I already got the position I want my first character to be in, so I started taking a bunch of photos until I got the one I needed. Also, whenever you want to make a thumbnail, make sure you stand the closest you can to the player, and that way your thumbnail quality will be the best. After I'm done with capturing the first person, now I'll capture myself in a certain way. After I get the position I want to be in, I screenshot myself from my second phone, and I'm done with the players. Now all I need is to screenshot the background. And now we can move to the next step.
Now we will erase the background. So open your background eraser, select a project, and let's start. There are 2 types of erasers. Magic, the most commonly used, and the most simple one, it will erase almost everything. We'll only leave the person there. Manual, which you can use like a normal eraser. And I use manual. I put a lot of time into erasing stuff. That's why I recommend you using manual, as you can go very deeply in detail with eraser. After I'm done with all the photos I needed to erase, we can start crafting the thumbnail in Pixel app.
So now open your Pixel app, you will always be met with this background. There's gonna be a random text, so you always want to delete it by pressing on it and recycling it in the bin. After that, you press on the 3 dots and press image size and choose YouTube thumbnail. Then choose whatever background you want. Now press on the plus icon, press from gallery and get your erased characters out, and you can start placing them in places where they need to be. After that, there is saturation. It will make your thumbnail look more alive. I always put it at somewhere between 15 to 30. Then I press on my character and find color filters and add saturation to it too. After that, we add some strokes, shadow, and we are done with the first character. Now we can repeat the same thing with the second character, but before that, as you can see, the fence is getting in the way. That's why I erased the fence too. Now all I do is add strokes and a shadow to the fence, then I perfectly layer it on the fence, and now I can place my second character behind the fence. After I'm done placing my character, all we need is a little text. So first, you want to type whatever you wish, then go to AIB and choose Bugalo regular, add strokes, shadow, and we are done with the text. Now just place it wherever you want, and you can add some decoration like an arrow or an emoji. And we are done with the thumbnail. So hello everyone again, this is Drunk and I just finished editing this video. I want to apologize for the lack of uploads. It's really not that I got lazy, but this video just took me a lot of time to edit, and I've never dedicated so much time to detail in a video. That's why it took me a lot of time to put this video out. And I also got sick midway through editing, not recording, so I couldn't really edit it, and that's why it took me more time to upload this video. I'm not expecting this video to do well,
because my channel is mostly dedicated to skill-based videos, and this is like tutorial video. And yeah, I mean, I don't expect much, but yeah, I hope this tutorial helped a lot of you. For people who wanna become a YouTuber, I hope this helped like a little bit at least, because I put a lot of detail here. And yeah, there isn't much I can ask for. If you did make it till the end, just subscribe, because I'm gonna try and upload more content like this, not dedicated to like tutorials, just like more content like this, you know. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and see you all whenever I upload a new video. Bye.